everyone, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Blessing Ebietwoma, and in today's video I'll be showing you everything you need to know about transparent corsets. Even if you're a beginner in corset making, in this video I'll be teaching you what you need to know. I won't just be telling you, but I will also show you the things you need to know when making your transparent corset. At the end of this video, even if you're a beginner in corset making, you will feel ready to make your own transparent corsets. I encourage you to watch the video to the end because towards the end of this video, I'll be sharing with you some resources you will need to help you make your own transparent corset seamlessly. Okay, let's get started. First thing, I'm going to be listing out the material you would need. The first material you will need, of course, is your skin net. I use skin net for this corset I made, but there are other options you can make use of. You can use your corset mesh, you can use your crinoline mesh, and you can also use your skin net. I personally prefer skin net. And if you are going for a skin net, make sure the skin net is very close to the color of the person you are working on. If it's for a dark skin and you're dark skin, basically just put the skin net on your body like this and it should sit perfectly. This isn't my color, so that is why it is looking out. So for a skin net for my complexion, it has to be darker than this for it to sit perfectly to my skin. As you can see, it's looking out of place. So that is that about the skin net. The next thing you would need is a crepe fabric or doll face. You need that for your lacing bar. That is where you will fix your eyelet. You need that for your lacing bar. You also need that for the cup. If you are transferring your pattern to the cup, you transfer it to your net. You also transfer it to the doll face material. And the lacing bar, you will need a crepe fabric or a doll face fabric to create that. The next thing you will need is a bra cup. You need a bra cup, and if you are opting for bust caging, you will need more materials for the cup. You will need fiber material for the cup. You will need estay for the cup. That is if you're opting for bust caging. And of course, you will need bones. This is a sewable bony, also called vaginal bony, and this is a plastic bone. This is ½ inch and this is quarter of an inch. I don't know if it's visible, but this is smaller and this is bigger. So as you can see, they are not the same size. So quarter of an inch, ½ inch. So this is a sewable bone and this is a plastic bone. You will need a plastic bone especially for your lacing bar, and you also need this for the body of your transparent corset. You are also going to need eyelets, of course, for your lacing bar. Now to the sewing of the transparent corset. The first thing you need to do, of course, is to draft your pattern. Once you get your pattern sorted out, the next thing you want to do is to transfer your pattern to your skin net, corset mesh, or as the case may be. If you are going with a skin net, make sure that you check the skin net properly before you buy it. Can you see? When you stretch it out like this and you leave it, it should be able to go the exact way it was before stretching it. If you stretch it out and you leave it and you start seeing lines like it's popping up, it didn't go back the exact way, don't buy that net. That net would stretch on time. And also, before you transfer your pattern to fabric, make sure that you check. Can you see that this part is not stretchy? This part is not stretchy. Look at this part. Can you see? This part should be the length of your corset, and this part should be the width. This part that is not stretching out should be the width. So if this is the only thing you will take from this video, make sure you take this from this video, because if you don't get this right, you've ruined the corset. No matter how perfect you draft the pattern, no matter how perfect you stitch it out, to keep stretching and it would not size you. Of course, transparent corsets are meant to snatch you. Make sure you take note of this. Before you start transferring your pattern to fabric, stretch it out like this. And once you see that this part is not stretching, this should be your width. This part should be the length. So this is the width. So this is how you are going to place your fabric on the table. You will place it this way on the table. Why? Because this is the width. So you place it this way on the table and then you start cutting. So this place that stretches out would be the length. I hope you've gotten what I'm trying to explain here. So the next thing you need to understand is that because this material is fragile, if you are making use of a skin net, you have to layer the nets. You will need at least 4 layers of net for every part you are cutting out. 4 layers of net for every part you are cutting out. So let's say this is the length, right? This is the width. So you are going to fold it like this and like this, and 4 layers for each part you are cutting out. So now let's say you've cut out the 4 layers each. You are going to stitch 3 layers on each other. Either you stitch them together or you glue them together, but make sure that you are putting 3 layers together and you're leaving 1 layer aside. Let's go to how to cover this bone with your skein net. For you to cover this bone with your skein net, you are going to, I don't want to divide this into two, but usually you're going to fold this fabric into two like this, making sure that you have two. This is it, 1 2. You fold it into two like this and make sure that the width is up to 6 inch, and the length of course has to do with the length of the bone you are trying to cover. Just look at how I'm going to fold this quickly. You place your bone like this. Can you see how I placed it? You place your bone like this, put the two ends together, and you wrap it like this. As you wrap it, you tighten your hand. As you wrap it, you tighten it. As you wrap, you tighten it. As you wrap, you tighten it. You just keep going. I'm just gonna tighten this up like so. So you just wrap and tighten, wrap, tighten, wrap, tighten. You wrap and tighten until you get a perfect. Can you see how this is looking? That's how you cover it up. And when you exhaust the net, what you do is that after you've tightened it, you're going to stitch on it like so. You stitch on it like so. Let's say I've exhausted the net. I'm going to stitch on it like so. I'm going to trim off the excesses. So this is how you create the bones for your transparent corset. What some designers go on to do is that after they've wrapped this like this and they've stitched it to the body of the skein net, that is the transparent corset, they'll go ahead to attach this 1/4 inch bony and they will attach it inside. But for this transparent corset on your screen, you can only attach plastic bones to the lacing bar for this corset on your screen. So once you've sorted out this, you know how to cover your net, you know how to transfer your pattern to your fabric. The next thing you want to work on is your cup. Like I said earlier, you are going to use the skein net to cut out your cup pattern, and you will also be using a doll face or crepe material to transfer the cup pattern to your fabric. So you'll be using doll face or crepe fabric and your skein net, of course, for the cup area. And if you are going for bust caging, I will link a tutorial down below this video so you can check out how to cage your cup. Once you go for bust caging, you also need to mold your cup for it to be able to sit properly. Once you cage the cup, you are going to mold the cup. That is if you go for bust caging. If you go for bust caging now, you don't use a bra cup. I generally prefer using bra cup for my transparent corset, but sometimes you just have to experiment on other techniques too. So when it's time to make it for yourself or your client, you can do it perfectly. And that is why I also did a tutorial on bust caging. So once you go for bust caging, you also need to mold the cup. I also have a tutorial on how to mold your cup, and I'm going to link it to this video down below. So make sure you check it out if you would love to see how to mold the cup and if you would love to see how to cage the cup. So once you've designed your transparent corset with your bones, sufficient amount of bones, as many bones as possible, once you've designed it with your bones, the next thing you want to work on, of course, is your lacing bar. I also have a tutorial on how to make lacing bar for your transparent corset. I'm going to link it down below this video. So far, I'm linking 3 videos below this video: how to cage your cup for transparent corset, how to mold your cup for transparent corset, and how to make lacing bar. So make sure you check it out if you love to learn how to do those things. The next thing you want to do, of course, is to fix eyelets to the transparent corsets. And there are several sizes of eyelet depending on your preferences, okay? And this brings us to the end of this video. I really hope you found this video useful. I hope it answers your questions, because after I uploaded the video on how to make lacing bar and I posted the transparent corset I made, a lot of you have been in my DM asking me how to make a transparent corset, how I brought it together, how I did it. And that is why I decided to make this tutorial, at least to answer your questions and to share this knowledge with you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.